So, we drew at Anfield yesterday, and I don't know how to feel. Because we only drew due to our own stupidity and just lapses in concentration. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about today. I'm not here to talk about the performance. I'm here to talk about something else. Something that I've noticed happen a lot this season. And it is Pep mismanaging Julian Alvarez and him just shoehorning him into the starting 11 wherever there's space. And I don't know if this is down to Julian saying he'd only stay at City if he gets game time. I don't know if this is Pep seeing something that's just not really there, or if it's Pep being ahead of the curve and seeing something that he can. You know what I mean? But we'll start with yesterday. We will start with yesterday because it's fresh on the mind, but then we'll go over a lot of what he's done earlier in the season, and then we'll also talk about Julian last season as well. But yesterday he was playing off the left and he just looked lost. Like every time he'd come inside with the ball, anytime he'd be caught deep with the ball, he would just he wouldn't check his mirrors for one. He would not check his mirrors. He got like his pockets picked multiple times. He was very lazy in possession. I can think of he was lazy in possession, which led to Rodri getting booked at the end of the first half. He was lazy in possession on the edge of our box, which led to, I think, Connor Bradley getting off a shot. And just when he was going forward, he was making the runs, but I just feel like when he got the ball, the game just slowed down, and when he was picking up the ball on the left side, he didn't really know what to do. And I can't really blame him for that because Alvarez is a 9. He's a striker, and he is an out and out striker because a lot of people try to say that he's a technical player, but I don't see that personally. I think that Haaland is a more technical player than Alvarez. And that's not me saying that like Haaland is Ronaldo on the ball, Messi on the ball, no. But I think he's better on the ball, better of the ball at his feet than Alvarez. Alvarez is just an instinctive finisher, and he's a good penalty box striker. And that's not what we saw yesterday. That we saw him playing out on the wing, and it wasn't good. And yes, I understand Grealish injured. Starting Doku in that game probably wouldn't have been great, seeing as it was a basketball game. It was end to end. But Alvarez on the wing, really, I would have preferred really to see maybe Bernard out there, and then Kovac in the middle. But you can't go back and change the starting 11 now. What's done is done. But yeah, he's not a winger, and he's not a 10. He's not a midfielder either. I don't know what Pep's fascination is with playing him in these roles, because he's not good enough on the ball. He really isn't good enough on the ball to play in these positions where he has to carry the ball. Yes, Alvarez can cross. Alvarez is good at crossing. Yes, he's decent at passing. He's not good at passing. He can't break the line, split the lines of a pass. He can't play a killer through ball, but he's got decent fundamental passing skills, which for a striker he does have good passing. Yes, he's not Harry Kane, but we see where Harry Kane's passing gets him. But anyway, yeah, he's decent at passing, and he's pretty good at crossing as well. But he can't play in the midfield, and he can't play on the wing because he's not creative enough. And especially when he's playing in the middle, I just feel like he's trying to do too much all the time. He's trying to complete too many take-ons. He's trying to carry the ball too far forward. He's trying to attempt passes that he knows he doesn't have the facilities to complete. And I look at his performances, especially compared to the start of the season, and I just think where has it went wrong, and is it down to positioning? Because yes, obviously he played a lot of the the start of the season in those positions, but as the season went on, I think he must have been coached to try and become a bit more creative and expansive in his play. Because as I've watched season go on, he's just his performances have deteriorated, and it's not great. Because even when Haaland was injured and he was playing up top, his performances still weren't great, and I feel like that was definitely down to the fact that it was almost as if he'd been conditioned so much to play as a midfielder that a lot of the time, even when he was the lone striker up top, he wasn't in the box because he's so used to dropping deep, being on the edge of the box, picking up the ball, this and that, this and that, this and that. And it just really did have me. It really does have me thinking, like, why? Why does this need to happen? Why? We have better midfielders than him. We have better wingers than him. And unfortunately, yes, we have a better striker than him as well. But he's great off the bench. Absolutely quality off the bench because he's such a good finisher. And if we do need a goal, yes, I could see throwing him on the pitch and putting him up front with Haaland, or maybe even swapping him out for Haaland if Haaland's not having a good game. But the rest of it, shoehorning him in a team, I don't get, and it's definitely been detrimental to our performances this season because sometimes, not all the time, it feels like we're playing with 10 men when he's in these positions because he's so out of his depth. And again, it's not his fault. It is Pep's fault for asking him to play these roles. But at the same time, at some point, he does have to say, nah, I can't do this. Like, no matter how hard we both try to make it work, it's not going to work. And it does have me thinking that he's said that he would leave City if he didn't get enough game time. Because last season, coming in off the bench, playing when Haaland was injured, playing cup games and stuff, Alvarez was quality, and he was very, very important to us winning the treble, just like a lot of our players. But this season, with him getting more and more game time, I don't know if it's because he's getting more and more game time that I'm realising he might not be as good as I thought he was, or if it's just because he's playing out of position. I don't know. Because yes, maybe he might now be getting exposed as someone that's not as great as everybody thought he was, because we only saw him a handful of times. Let's say, for example, obviously I know he played more than that, but we're getting a bigger sample size this season than we did last season. So maybe that is it. Maybe he isn't as good as everyone thought he was. But then also he might just be getting mismanaged as well, and it might just be because he's being asked to play in all these positions that he can't play. But on the contrary to that as well, he might believe he can play these positions, and he might have told Pep, oh, I can do this, I can do that. You never know. But I think, personally, my view on the situation is that he is being horrendously mismanaged, and that he's not got the facilities to do the things he's being asked to do. And we can all see that. And it's either Pep can't see that, or he's turning a blind eye to it because he doesn't want to be wrong. Because Pep has done that before, where he will persevere with things that aren't working because he is determined to, like, prove everybody wrong, even though it's just not going to happen. But yeah, I think that's really all I have to say on the matter. I don't really have much else to say. I just kind of wanted to come on here and sort of start the dialogue, per se, and just get the ball rolling on the conversation, because I go on Twitter and I see a lot of hate for Alvarez, a lot of hate, and it's not really justified, like the level of hate he gets. I can understand the frustration because I'm frustrated as well. It is a very, very frustrating situation to be in, but he definitely doesn't warrant the hate that he gets. So I just kind of wanted to come here and sort of start like a level-headed discussion, I'm thinking clearly. I'm not just going to come on here and say, oh, he's awful, he's terrible, never play for my club again, sort of ordeal. Because that's the problem when you look at Twitter as your sample size, or your sample for this argument. You either have Argentinian fanboys that swear he's the best player in the world, and if you disagree with them, you're going to get called some horrendous racial slurs. Or you have City fans, some City fans that are like, he's terrible, I'm better than him, etc., etc., etc. Which neither are right. One of them being extremely more wrong than the other, but neither are right nonetheless. So I wanted to come here and get everybody else's opinion on it, because I think he's a good player. I think he's a good striker. I think he's very good off the bench, and he's very good in games where Haaland needs a rest. And he should know that, yes, well, you got to look at it like Jesus and Zinchenko, really. Is either you're happy to be a rotation player and part of the puzzle, and part like one like little cog in the machine, or you move on and go somewhere else and be the engine. And I wouldn't be mad if he. I would be very disappointed. Same way I was disappointed when Zinchenko left. I'd be very disappointed if he left. Yes, but I'd rather him leave to get the game time that he wants than play in positions that he's clearly not comfortable in just to secure him game time, because that's just detrimental to the club, him, etc. Like just everything. Like there's no positives that come from him playing out of position compared to him going somewhere else, getting the game time he wants as a striker, and being able to fulfill his potential. I would not be mad if he did that. Again, I would be disappointed, but I wouldn't be mad. And it's just is annoying to see that he plays in positions that he's not comfortable with, like I've said multiple times. But yeah, I think he's a good player. I think he's a very good striker, and I like him as a rotation option. And if he's not happy to be a rotation option, then that's fine. He can go. There are other people that would be happy to be a rotation option for City, and play their role, whether it be a lesser role, whether it be a, like there are people that are happy to fill in there, but just either move on and say I want regular game time somewhere else, or be happy to sit on the bench. Don't ruin it for everybody else by trying to play positions that you can't play just to get game time. It is selfish, and it's just like it's not on. But again, that might not be the situation. He might be happy to sit on the bench, and Pep might just have this vision. I don't know. Either way, something has to change. Something 100% has to change, because it's not working. And yes, Pep has had success doing things like this before. Zinchenko to left back, Stones playing in this DM centre back hybrid role. He has definitely had extreme success playing players out of position and converting them into a new role. But it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work, because it's not working with playing Julian as a more creative player. It doesn't work. And even in the past, let me think. So we've got players like, I'm trying to think of like a good one off the top of my head, but I can't. Well, one's not really coming. I'll bring that back up if one comes to me, because I'm kind of doing this all off the fly. I don't have like a script or anything in front of me. I just kind of wanted to get this out as a bit of a rant, really. But like it's clearly not working here. And yes, again, he's had its success, like I mentioned, with those two other players, but it doesn't mean it's going to work every time. Like nothing has 100% success record. Like nothing. So at some point, one of the two, whoever's masterminded this plan, needs to cut their losses and realize it's not going to happen. Julian is not a winger. He's not a midfielder. He's a striker, and that he needs to just play his role, really. And out of all the players in our team, he should not be the one that's shoehorned in. And at the moment, I feel like he's the first name on the team sheet every week, which is concerning. Very concerning, given the players that we have at our disposal. And if we are going to win this title, then Julian needs to be dropped to the bench. And I think that's as simple as that, because all of our wide options are better than him. All of our options in the middle are better than him. And unfortunately, Haaland's better than him. So him playing off the bench and coming on as an impact sub, or even playing in the cup games to keep Haaland fit and fresh, is fine. But not off the wing. Not off the wing. But that's all I have to say, really. Let me know your opinions on Alvarez and the whole Alvarez playing out of position situation in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed. It feels like forever since I last sat down and just spoke football, talked about City. I kind of do miss doing it, but like, they're not my videos that perform the best. So I try to spend more of my time just working on the bigger videos that you guys enjoy. But at the same time, I really do enjoy doing these videos, because talk about City is I just love it. Like I could sit here and talk about City all day. But yeah, so yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like the video, comment down below what you want to see next. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm wanting to hit 300 subscribers by the end of the year. We're about, what, 40 subscribers off that. We could definitely do that with your support. So just share the video around, subscribe. Make sure to have notifications on so you know when I next upload a video or go live. But yeah, I've been Nathan, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Also, I don't know why I'm looking at my screen when my camera's there. So if you notice that I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm looking at my screen to see if the recording's... Yeah, I'm an idiot. Basically, I'm an idiot. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. So, we lost. No, we didn't. No, we did not. We did not. We didn't.
Shut down cases. They belly dots to the can't see faces. Chasing the bad guy chase it. You don't wanna be the one like Ace and like G-Take trying to turn them out wasted. Aye, tell a bad bitch come break it. Body come mad, come shake it. Shit then, get back to the basics. Bro done shut down cases. They belly dots to the